Welcome to Soccer as We Like It, the Man United direction. It is our Sunday podcast. I bring to you today. My name is Joe, the Soul Man. We have Vim, the analyst.
Hey guys, how you all doing?
All right.
We have Richard, Mr. Strict,
Strict Richard.
Hey guys.
and my man Bems, the controversial one. Say what's up, Bems. What's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
All right, we're gonna get into it, straight into it, man. Um, International break. Decent games being played this weekend. The France Germany game was a bit of a surprise. We might be seeing a bit of a resurgence of Germany. We're not really quite sure yet if it's a resurgence of Germany or maybe France just had an off day. But all
was
of
the score
these
there?
things. Say that again.
What was the score between France and Germany?
2-0.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shocked. Yeah,
surprised.
I was, Germany was cooking. They were cooking. It was
Jeez.
like, I mean, you were only it was only going to take so long, right? Like
Yeah.
this isn't a country that just allows crap international
Yeah.
football for years and
Even
years and
Spain
years.
lost as well.
Yeah.
You know, so I say this because of how everything plays into this summer in the Euros, right? And segue into how the current England manager and the expectations of what the individual is able to do as far as like internationally and what he could probably do if he can turn around and do the same thing on the domestic side.
Mm.
It's looking like the pundits and all these guys they're just starting to making it seem like England with this squad and with Gareth Southgate would be able to do something or maybe probably have a go at winning the Euros this summer. Just off the bat, can I get a temperature gauge of your confidence in Gareth Southgate ability to bring it on? Vim?
To win the tournament.
Yes. Yes,
I think
that's
it's
what
very
bringing it home
unlikely.
means.
I think it's very unlikely. I think he had his
Unlikely.
chance in the last Euros when the final was in Wembley, just where I am now. We played
Yeah.
Italy. And the various Italians I've spoken to said England should have won that tournament because Italy was a weakened team. Although they did a little bit of dark arts, we still had an amazing squad, and I think our squad is even better now. But tactically, I think Southgate let us down. Just a few things, mistakes that he made. He didn't play Grealish early enough when he was a real game changer. He brings him on right at the very end when it was too late. So I just think he's lacking that elite mentality to turn games around, to read a game quickly and change it. He dithers too much, and I think we've had too much dithering, as we know, in Manchester United. So, but we'll talk about that later.
Richard?
Listen, man, I've got more chance of winning the tournament than Gareth Southgate, and my chances of winning the tournament is 0. So let's just leave it at that. Southgate's not winning that tournament. He's a poor manager. He's just got lucky that he got the job because he knows a lot of insiders. He's got good networking with the media. He's got a very
To
good
work for
PR.
the FA.
Exactly, so it's just a job for the boys for him. He's never going to win a major tournament with that squad, unfortunately. The squad is probably one of the most talented teams that England have had in recent memory, but they've just got the wrong guy. So nope, no chance.
Bems?
No, not. It's not possible. It's not possible. I don't see how it happens. He's had chances to do this in other tournaments, and he hasn't been able to do it. What is in what different? Like how different will it be this time around? He's not a. He's. I mean, like I said, the game yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah. I mean, English to beat Brazil at home and at Wembley. I mean, Brazil wasn't playing with a number 9. They weren't even playing with their strongest team. I think I think we had arguably a stronger, well, I would say England had a stronger team than Brazil, but still can win. That guy's he's a terrible coach, man. It's not possible. I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked.
You know, it's almost as if I feel like it's just too much talent on his hands, you know. So the expectation is gone up. He seemed like he actually, to be honest, I think he would be a very excellent coach for the United States of America. To be honest, right? I think he would. I think they would love him here, right? But yeah, it's just he's like a chef that hates spices, you know, and you can tell in the football. It's like just unspiced chicken. That's all I get, man. It doesn't matter. Like he'll take people from Jamaica, from Ghana, that's Englishmen now. Take all that spice out. You know, there's nothing in there. No curry, no nothing. You know, but
thing is with Southgate, sorry to interrupt. Sorry, no, go on, you finish, go. I was gonna
I'm just saying, like, even with the squad, you're just really just counting on the talent that you have, and the talent is what's really getting you results. At some point, yeah, that talent is just gonna, you know, and it's more apparent when you play, you know, all these 100,000 population countries, you know, to get to the qualifications, you know, where the talent level is so lopsided that it seems like you guys are cooking, but in actuality, when you play opponents with higher skill level, everything looks dry, you know. So are you saying then?
Yeah, but so thing is, you know, we've got a pool of talent in, you know, because of grassroots football and what they've been doing in this country for the past 10, 15 years. We've got a massive pool of talent. One thing Southgate does do is that he does recognize talent. So, you know, he goes to a lot of the club games and he looks at the English players and he brings them into the squad. So he's picking the right people, but it's like he almost doesn't know what to do with them. Like he doesn't know what kind of system to deploy. I don't know what system he does play. I know it's, you know, it's definitely similar to some of what the other teams are deploying in terms of fullbacks high and, you know, play with either 2 or 3 centre backs. But it's like he doesn't know how to deploy this powerful weaponry that he's got. He just puts it on the field and he says, right, guys, go and do your best, you know, arms around everyone. You know, he looks after them, you know, pre-game, he makes sure their spirits are all well, but he doesn't, he's got really amazing talent at his disposal, but he doesn't seem to have that next level coach mentality on how to unlock teams. I mean, you know, Brazil keep the ball really well. When we have it, they hound us pretty much like City do. But then when we have to find ways to exploit teams like that or unlock them or break them down. And he just seems to be stagnant in that aspect. Like, I just saw the same thing happening for the entire 90 minutes. You know, we couldn't take possession from Brazil. And when we do, we'll try and keep the ball as much as possible. And then when we hand it over, we just don't know what to do. We don't know how to unlock Brazil. And he wasn't able to do that for the whole game. And that's what worries me, that when you go to the tournaments and you're going to play a much better outfit than Brazil currently, what's he going to do then?
Portugal, France.
Yeah, Portugal, France, Germany.
But the thing is...
Yeah.
No, Karen.
No, that was it, really. I just wanted to throw that in there, just what your thoughts were on that.
The thing is, didn't he go to Ajax to watch Jordan Henderson? Like,
is that true?
Yeah, he went to Ajax.
Why is he watching Jordan Henderson? My God,
Jordan Henderson is he's a seasoned professional, so he already knows what he's getting with Jordan Henderson. So why waste air miles to go and watch Jordan Henderson? He's not good enough to be in the England's team anymore. No. Anyway, he could be going across Europe. There's players like Tomori, Jamal Edwards. Is it not Jamal? Who's the guy that plays for Sporting Lisbon? Edwards, the number 10. He plays for Sporting Lisbon. Very good player. Very, very good player. He used to play for Spurs. He could be watching players like that. But instead, he's gone to Amsterdam to watch Jordan Henderson. So I don't think his talent ID is that good.
No. But the reason I say it is that he brought in Kobe Mainu, and for him to come into the team and do what he did, I think that was great.
Whoa.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure if your wife was coaching England, your wife would bring Kobe Mano in there.
If
No,
she
It
knew who
wasn't
Kobe
that
Mainoo
wasn't hard.
was.
Henderson got injured.
But the
If she-
people are, he's got advisors who are telling him that these players are great. So the player you were talking about, Richard, I wonder, why is he being overlooked? Because Gareth Southgate is being told, go to his games and watch these players, and do you want this guy in the squad? So certain players are being overlooked, and I wonder why. And certain players are relied upon too heavily, i.e., Jordan Henderson and Maguire.
Yeah. Sorry, his name's Marcus Edwards. Sorry. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know. But Kobe Mino got into the team because there was an injury to Jordan Henderson. So
Right.
he initially was going to the under-21s. So I
Yep,
think that
that's
Yeah.
true.
I think that with Southgate, he just got his favorites: Henderson, Maguire,
Yeah.
all these guys, and he thinks that they're going to do a job for him. But I think with Southgate, he knows that he doesn't have the minerals to sort of take that team to the next level. I mean,
Yeah.
the game against Italy, any other coach, I bet you if someone like Mourinho had managed
We
that,
would have won that. We would have won it. Yeah, for sure.
England would have won because Mourinho knows how to win finals. So I think that England needs somebody like a Mourinho that's good for tournaments at this stage. Personally, that's what I believe. I believe Mourinho would do really well
Yeah.
with that England team because he knows how to win trophies. But at the same time, the style of football might be a bit detrimental to what the fans kind of want. But
Worryingly, Mourinho endorsed Gareth Southgate to do well anywhere. Because it says once he's done the England job, he's prepared for anything. And I think this story came up when he was being considered for the Man United job. So that's a little bit worrying.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know how it is, man. These guys, it's just it's no different than every rapper calling each other the GOAT. Like, no, these guys are gonna do very well. He's just being just a professional. He doesn't want to because if he said anything else other than that, he would be every time he interviewed for the next 6 months, it was going to be about that comment. So, Mourinho is media savvy enough to know there's just certain managers you can't, unless you're like really serious, you're ready to go to war, with the media and talk about it for the next 6 months, it's probably best to just, say, yeah, he can do anything he wants. You're like, yeah, of course. Yeah. Bez, you gonna say something?
Yeah, I don't think for one bit Mourinho believes that. I don't think for one bit. I mean, I don't see. I see. I mean, Gareth Southgate's job is easy, man. Identify. I mean, British talent. How hard is that? How hard is that? Go to a game. Go to the big games and watch the players of the ones that perform. Okay, you write their names down. Oh, he performed. He looks good. He performed. He looks good. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next game. He performed and look. It's not. It's not hard. It's not. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm almost. I will say this. I think I would do a better job at managing England than Gareth Southgate.
You should
I
apply.
swear to God, it's not hard. That team is stacked with talent.
Very, very
Stacked
much.
stacked with talent, man. Like I don't know how you. I mean, it's just ridiculous, man. You could set up that midfield any way you want to. There are different ways you want to do. You can go defensive. You can go attacking. I mean, the weakest link in England, I would say, is just defense. Is defensively, but from midfield to attack, you're stacked. Stacked. You should be winning stuff. But
Let me ask you a quick. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead, Joe. I'm done. I'm done.
Let me ask a quick roundabout question for everyone. If we found out today that Ineos were actually seriously considering Gareth Southgate, considering all the moves they had just previously made, you see what they're trying to do. You see how Jim Ratcliffe, he's interviewing, he is spitting. He is drawing at those heartstrings in those interviews, right? So we know media wise, we know what he knows what he's doing, right? Would this change the way you look at Ineos if you found out that they were seriously, if this was like a serious conversation that they were having in the back room, replacing Ten Hag, considering the kind of season he's had, considering what the team looks like when he does have all those healthy players on the pitch? still
yeah.
like thinking about getting rid of him? Like how would that affect the way you look at Ineos? Go ahead, Richard.
Yeah, I mean, my stance on Ten Hag, but at the same time, look, if they're saying they're going to get Southgate, no, just keep the guy, just keep Ten Hag for another year, whatever. I'm happy to keep him if they start saying they don't want to get Southgate, because I know that if we get Southgate, Manchester United as an institution is done. Middlesbrough relegated. He's not managed club football for 15 years, and you want to go for Southgate? Like, listen, I've suffered enough as a Man United fan, but please don't destroy my mental health for this guy. Man. So, Man United, if you're watching this
national
podcast,
crisis.
if you're watching this podcast, Sir Jim, I'm telling you, please stay clear of that fraud. Yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Bems,
Oh man, that's
how
funny.
would this change your impressions of Ineos if they were seriously considering?
I would take I won't take him seriously anymore, man. I would then tell you that United is done. We're completely done. Our only hope, our last hope of like a change or like something that looks like would be a good future would be killed if that would happen. Because I mean, everyone knows Southgate's. I mean, come on, international football and club football is totally different. He hasn't, like Richard said, he hasn't coached in club football for what 15 years. So he has no clue how things go. There's no. I don't see how it will benefit United having Southgate in any way, man. Like I mean, I know Richard and them were the TH ETH out gang. I know y'all ETH out, ETH out, and K and them. Be careful what you wish for. Hoo-hoo.
You guys did
Oh man.
this. You did say, look, if Ten Hag goes, United's the type of club that will go for the likes of Southgate and Potter. We'll see, but it won't surprise me, guys, if this happens. I'm going to be honest with you. If Ten Hag goes, it won't surprise me if we get somebody like a Southgate, and that scares me. Scares me a
It
lot.
surprises me though.
Yeah, it will surprise me hearing what Sir Jim has said, his interviews. It seems to me because he kept mentioning, he said the best people in the best in class, right? I think he said
Best in
something like
class.
that. And if you're saying best in class, I mean Southgate is not best in class, man. Potter's not best in class. So he's been a hypocrite if he so that's why I don't see I'll be shocked if Southgate or Potter gets the United job. I'll be shocked. That's why I think ETH will end up being the manager next season.
Maybe that's not
So
even likely. I
I'm
would be
assuming you feel the
surprised.
same way.
Me,
Yes.
yeah, I would be very surprised because Ineos need to make a statement and they need to turn this club around. And so far, they've been doing that with the signings in terms of management that they're making. And I'd be very surprised if all of these superior managers, best in class managers, would make a choice of Southgate or Potter, considering their reputation and what they've done at club level. All you need to do is go and look at someone's CV and look at what they've done in the past. And if you see what Gareth Southgate has achieved prior to England, it's very unimpressive. Same for Potter. Potter did well at Brighton and he was an absolute disaster at Chelsea. So if these people know what they're doing and they're good at their jobs, they would stay clear of these two managers. So I've got a feeling this could be potentially a red herring to keep the other clubs off the scent for the manager that we're really going to go for. I don't know who that is yet.
Oh, wait. Okay, so wait a minute.
Yeah.
Though you think it's not going to be Eric Southgate this summer, you feel the club is going to make a move?
I think it's like I don't know which way they're going to go, but just from what I'm reading and what I'm seeing, I don't think Ten Hag has the dressing room anymore.
I see it differently. I see it
Really?
totally differently, Vim. I see it totally differently.
Yeah.
I see a manager that's got the players backing, man.
I don't
I see it I mean that win against Liverpool, man. If
Yeah,
them players ain't playing for that manager, we don't win that game.
they don't need to play for the manager to win that game. They
Oh
know that.
man,
They know they hear me out. I know you're quite biased in your opinion, but just hear me out, and just want to explore this subject. Yeah, let's keep an open mind, and Richard, chime in where you can. I think that Liverpool is our biggest adversary, right? We know that we have to beat these guys, and the only chance of us winning any silverware is the FA Cup this season. Otherwise, it's a complete write-off. There's nothing else we can possibly win. So I feel the club and the players, they've hyped each other up and they've said, look, we've got to go out and do something this season because it's been an absolute shambles. But what I've seen time and time again, and you saw me mention this, Joe, is that they don't celebrate with Ten Hag. There's no camaraderie. There's no harmony. There's no love for the manager. The way you
I
get it
saw
with
it.
the way
I saw
I
it in
didn't see it.
Liverpool.
I didn't
I
see
saw
it.
it.
The way they would do it with
I'll find a
Klopp,
clip and show you.
people, I'd love to see that one, but I don't see it much. I don't see it happen, to be honest. You might see an individual just go up to him and, yeah, give a meek hug, like, yeah, okay, whatever. I don't really want to hug you. But I don't see that camaraderie anymore. I saw it last season. I'm not seeing it this season. So something's gone drastically wrong. And the way the players play for their manager, the way the players love Klopp, the way the players love Pep, and they want to do the best for him. They're constantly watching that they're not making mistakes. They want to always please their manager, and I don't see that in our squad. And I'm just being honest with you, I don't see it. And for this reason and all the other problems that we're having, I've got a feeling that Ineos might just decide to jump ship. I'm not saying it's a right or wrong thing to do. I'm just saying what I see in terms of body language and behaviors. I don't know what you guys see. What do you see, Richard?
Yeah. Liverpool, I think, is a fixture where players need G themselves up anyway, especially like the academy players, because it's ingrained in their blood to hate Liverpool. But I just don't think that Ten Hag has that assurance from Ineos. I think they're keeping one eye out on the market. I don't think his job's safe. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know, because sometimes I think, maybe the players are fighting for the manager, but there's too many games where I think these players are not playing for this guy, or they're not responding to his instructions. So I do think that Ineos will actually bring in their own man. It happens with a lot of takeovers. If you look at historical takeovers or new owners, they tend to bring in somebody that they favor, that they feel that they can work with. And we also have to realize is that Ten Hag currently has quite a lot of power on transfers, and Ineos don't want that. They want him just to be a coach, and they do the rest. And I think that might clash with what Ten Hag originally signed up for. So I won't be surprised if he's gone, but I'll reiterate my thinking. I think that my fear is that they go for an English guy like Potter and Southgate to replace him. If they say, look, if I had confidence that they'll bring in, like a top coach, then I'll be a bit more relaxed. But I think that they'll bring in a puppet, and that's not what I want for United. But I do think that they are looking at alternative options. That's my opinion.
Bems?
Okay. Okay. I'll address the both situations. Well, what both people said, both what Richard and Vim said. Vim's mentioned about players fighting, want to celebrate with Klopp and Pep. I really employ fans not to compare us with City and Liverpool, because those two clubs have had their managers for a long period of time. So Klopp has had the opportunity to bond with his players. He's won trophies with them. So those players obviously believe in him, right? The same thing with Pep. You cannot compare Erik ten Hag to those managers. He's not been given the time that those managers have been given. And the time we won the trophy last season, these players were celebrating with him. When we won the game against Liverpool, I saw some players in the bench rush into Ten Hag. If them players, I do agree with Richard that especially local lads, because this is a rivalry game, they're gonna be up for it. But this is the same team that lost 7-0 to Liverpool last season. right? And we won a trophy that same last season. So I mean, I'm sorry. And then looking at the way things are going right now, these players they could easily just down tools. It'd be easier for them to down tools, get him sacked, get the new manager in, and then because they know, okay, all I gotta do is just impress the new manager and have a shot in the team next season, right? It's easier for them to do that. I'm telling you,
Been doing that.
it's
They
easier
have
for them to
down
do that.
tools.
Well, wait, I don't think they've down tools with Eric Ten Hag. I don't think
I
so.
think in certain games they've
I don't
down tools.
in
Yeah.
in games I do agree that in games that they have not performed well enough, but I don't see that as meaning they have down tools with the manager. That's what I don't see that, especially when they know Eric Ten Hag's job is on the line. They know they have new owners. They know that there's fans going against Eric Ten Hag. They know, right? It is easier for the players to down tools and just shut shop and say no. But winning that Liverpool game, and I'm curious to see how the rest of the season is gonna go. That will tell me a whole lot. But I don't think that they've down tools. They still believe in this manager. And then now when it comes to who's going to be the manager next season. I've been seeing reports and hearing reports that Ineos is planning for the summer with Eric Ten Hag currently. Now, I do agree with what Richard said that they have one night out looking just in case if things go bad. This is my perspective of things. I think if Eric Ten Hag can keep the results good from now to the end of the season, I think they keep him till next season. Now, if it goes shit, obviously they'll sack him if results go bad. This is a results based business. But if he can at least keep results good, if he can give a good fight to get into to the top four and win the trophy, I don't see how Eric Ten Hag leaves. The only way I see him leaving is if, like what Richie said, is if he clearly does not agree with the new structure of him not having control over transfers. Now, if they're taking that completely away from him and he doesn't want that, I can see a mutual parting of ways. Now, it remains to be seen how much control he's going to be given. I have Sir Jim Ratcliffe has said that okay, the structure that they want is basically they have the CEO, the sporting director, and then the manager reports to that, and they say okay, the sporting director and the CEO they decide the style of play and all that stuff, and basically the manager just has to do what they say, right? So now it really yeah, yes, that's what he said, but we obviously don't know the details of what the manager is going to be in charge of and what he's not going to be in charge of. That's going to be discussed behind closed doors. So we will find out exactly what that real structure is, if Ten Hag is going to have decisions over transfers. I personally would like a situation where the manager has some decisions on transfers. It would be like a community, right? I have my say because I'm the manager. You have your say because you're the director of football, the scouting team. It should be a collective effort. It shouldn't be just a get like a puppet, like what Richard said. Basically, you're giving players go coach. I don't want that at United either. But I right now from the reports I'm reading, what I'm seeing in England is that he's the chances of him being the United manager next season is it's is higher than not at this time. I think he's gonna be there, except results just go terribly bad.
Question. Vim and Richard, if either of you guys were on the board with Ineos or were involved with looking into who to hire next, do you think Eric Ten Hag at this point deserved to stay at Manchester United Football Club?
Ah, man. Oh, this is an easy answer for me. No, he doesn't deserve to stay. Not with the style of football that's been served up. Not with the fallouts, the horrible results against the top teams away from home. Our away record against the top half of the table is shocking. What he does have and what I would look at is the fact that he's won a trophy. You know, I always like trophies. he's got them into the Champions League. But then on the flip side, the moment that he got them into the Champions League, we came bottom of an easy group. So we didn't compete whatsoever. I would go for a new manager, and there's quite a few candidates that I would look at. For me, the style of football is one of the fundamental factors that I'm seeing with Ten Hag. There is no clear pattern of play. You know, we've never scored more than 4 goals in a game, guys. Tell me when we've won 5-0 in the game. Our goal difference is 0. So 0 equals the chance of, Southgate winning the tournament, the Euros. We've got 0 goal difference currently. That's bad. These are bad readings. But the FA Cup, he could be redeemed. But even so, if he wins it, we get rid. We sack and dash. We're a club that has stagnated for so long, and we just need to we just need to move on from this guy. That's my opinion.
Them? Yes, you.
I have to agree. Unfortunately, I mean, I would have really wanted ETH to kick on in the second season. I think he did relatively well in the first season, and we saw massive improvements. And I was a big supporter of ETH in that first season. I don't know what he's done. I've got a rough idea of what he's done, but he's pissed off a lot of people at the club. And I think the way he handled the Ronaldo situation, the Sanchez situation, has really he's shot himself in the foot, because he's alienated people and he's alienated their friends. And I've got a feeling that some of the squad didn't like the way he's treated certain players, the way he sidelines them, the way he alienates them, the way he marginalizes them, and he goes a bit too heavy-handed. I know he's a disciplinarian, but there's a limit. We've talked about this before, Joe. What was it? The stick? What was it? Bashing the stick. What was it? What was that phrase you said? Remember? You know what I'm talking about, right? Using the stick too much.
Yes, using the stick too much.
He's done it too much, I think. And lots of players are complaining that lots of little things, like he's making them run too much and it's causing more injuries in the squad. Okay, yes, I can see why he's doing it. I can see that he's trying to get players fit so that they can run, with intensity for 90 minutes. But to the point of where, and there is an end game here, but it's the approach that you take. This is not robots, and you've got to manage 3 games a week or a game every 3 days. So, can you run these guys hard every single day and then play competitive football at 100% every single game without having injuries? Because fatigue and stress, enters our system and tears down our muscles. As you know, muscles get damaged and then they repair. You need recovery time. And is he managing that correctly? Is he relying too much on just the initial 12 or 13 players and not rotating? And does he have a system whereby players, the massive amount of talents that we've got in the academy and throughout the club, can they come in and fit into a system that works, quite easily, the way that Klopp and Pep's systems do? So he's not been able to establish that, and I think he's a great pretender of Pep. But he's not. I've not seen him kick on to get to that level of where we need to be as a club and challenging these, our biggest rivals. And unfortunately, because of this season and what has happened and the way he's managed people and his man management, I think he's lacking in that specific area. Man management most of all. And then obviously his system of play, we're not seeing that regular style of football where we're a good pressing team, where we know how to press and we press at the right time. It's like they don't know what to do, and they can't even manage to keep the ball. I think against the City game, we couldn't keep the ball for more than 20 seconds, which is absolutely appalling. And he's had 2 seasons to coach this team to play possession football, which is what he's promoted himself on. And if you can't keep the ball for 20 seconds against City, then I think you've failed. So there's a lot of things going against. Look, I know you guys are disappointed. I know you're disappointed, but I'm just saying what I see. And what I see is that this manager has not had the successes he should have. And I know, yes, we've got to change a lot of players and that will help. but sometimes you've got to work with what you've got, and you've got to get them to believe in you and your management and your style of football. And I don't think they believe in him. And I think they turned up for the Liverpool game because it's Liverpool. And I think we're just going to go back to old bad habits for the rest of the Premier League. That's it.
Okay. Vim, I see what you're where you're coming from. Vim, it seems like you want him to be replaced because there's just certain man management and administrative issues that he has that you don't think gels well with the team. So, I mean, if that's his style of management, then chances are there's no change in that. I did notice that Richard did make a lot of points as far as things that are on the pitch, things about our goal differential, record against top teams. So consider, because we have what, 11 games left. If Ten Hag is able to, turn those things around, right? It's with injured players coming back, you start seeing a little bit more of a style of play. You start see our goal differential get a lot better, and we, like you mentioned, Richard, you like trophies. If we F around and get the FA Cup, obviously needing to beat City, do you feel that he would have at that point earned another season?
It's a good question.
United? Or is there another, just we understand, we know what the cherry on top is, European Champions League football. That's a cherry, but that's dependent on external factors that we can't control, i.e., what English teams are doing in the Europa League and such. But would you feel like if getting the FA Cup final and winning would,
for me, there needs to be a clear difference in the style of play when he's got all these players back? Yeah, because I can't remember a game when I've watched the game from that for 90 minutes, but I'm always tired. I'm always looking for my pillow to fall asleep because the football was just too boring.
You sure that's not an England game you was watching?
Both, yeah, the England and this guy. But if we start to see a clear pattern of play, like he was doing at Ajax, that style of play that I said to you guys, I think we should get this guy because of what I saw at Ajax, and we win the FA Cup and get into the Champions League, then I'll say it's sensible. It's sensible to give him another chance. Yeah. But if we continue to have this erratic style of play, we're not scoring many goals, no consistency, we're losing unnecessary games. And even if we win the FA Cup, I'll still be like, guys, we need to move on. But for me, there needs to be a big difference when he's got this full team back. But I don't want to use injuries as an excuse because every manager has injuries. But I think that's going to be. If I see a difference in that aspect, I might say, look, let's just see how it does for another year. But I can't see that happening. But anything can happen in football, right? So we'll see.
That's true. So at least it seems like the door is still open for Richard as far as like just a snudge, just
yeah.
But it seems like Vim just hates the guy's personality, and
I don't hate him. I don't hate him. I was so pro Ten Hag. I don't hate him.
No,
I don't hate him.
No, like
I just don't
guy at
think.
The office.
Yeah.
You just don't gel with. Like I get it. Right? You don't like.
Well, I don't think the players gel with him. I really don't. I don't think the players gel with him. I don't think they all do. I think some do, not all.
Vim talked about the way we train. He overtrains them, and then
that's what they've said. The players have said it. I don't think it. The players have said it.
That's BS.
But the players have said it.
Okay, but I'm gonna say my point. That's BS.
But you're not a player. They are players, but they've said it.
But that's BS. The reason why I say that's BS is because I've watched Liverpool's training sessions, especially in preseason. Them guys run like crazy. I see them this was it was a few seasons ago, right? just in I watch Liverpool's, and this is not even like not even on the ball. This is just them running because they
They
have a
should run
session.
like crazy, but
Wait.
they've built it up over a number of years through
Okay,
Klopp's.
okay. You see yourself.
No,
Oh, no, but you see what you're saying. No, wait.
yeah,
Let me finish.
you've got
But
to
you
do it
see
in
what
the
you're saying, Vim.
iteration.
Wait, no, Vim. You see what you see what you're saying.
No,
but
but you
they
didn't
built
listen
it.
to me. I
Okay.
said, as an end result, you've got to be an intense team, and you've got to have that fitness to be on par with these big teams. But he's
So then
trying to
how
do
do you
it
get
too
the fitness?
quickly. He's trying to do it too quickly,
So
which
how
is
should he have
causing
done
the
it?
players to become injured.
How
You've
should he
got
have
to
done it?
manage it.
How
You've got to
should he have
manage
done
it.
it? How should he have done
So
it,
wait,
Vim?
wait.
How should
Quick
he have
question.
You
done it,
know
Vim?
the answer to that,
Quick,
Bims.
quick.
No, I don't.
You know the
tell
answer.
me.
Yes, you do.
You tell me. You tell me.
Wait.
When we have
quick.
a crap a crap medical department, the medical department that told Ten Hag you're gonna have Malacia and Shaw ready in the beginning of the year. So you can let this guy go. You can let what's his name go. You can let Reguilon go. You don't need him. He said it in the press conference. He said in the press conference, this is what this guy's working with. And you, as a fan, are still blaming Ten Hag when he has a shit medical department that tells him. And then again, let me open your eyes again. You read about Casemiro, right? Oh, he's complaining about an injury. Oh, medical team say, oh man, you're fine, man, you're clear to play. But then he goes to back home to Brazil, and they say, no, man, you got something in there, man. You can't play. Why do you think players like Paul Pogba didn't trust the medical department? Why did they go outside to get treatment? And you're still blaming the manager.
Okay, so
Like,
let's use your train of thought on this, right? So everyone else at the club is bad except Ten Hag, correct?
I'm not saying Ten Hag should be blamed at all, but I can't
But
stand.
everyone else is to blame.
I cannot stand
except Ten Hag.
I cannot stand the complete question his managerial skills. Oh, this is that.
So you like the fact that we can't control games.
No,
No.
I don't like it. I don't like it. And again, I'm going to say this: Arsenal under Arteta came eighth twice, back to back. And what are they doing now? They were patient. Your Sir Jim Ratcliffe was mentioning. He said, "Oh, it's actually nice they gave Arteta time because see what he's doing now." Team, I want to say, fans are so quick to get tired. It's like, oh, I'm tired.
Are you willing? Okay, can I ask you? Are you willing? Are you willing to see? Are you willing to see other viewpoints that potentially another manager or something else needs to change? Are you willing to let go of the fact that it's just Ten Haging, nothing else? Because you have a single viewpoint that Ten Hag must stay.
No.
Are you willing to have the openness of mind to think about
life
after Ten Hag?
Yes,
life after Ten Hag. You're willing to think about that?
I have thought about your viewpoints. Okay. I've thought about like other fans arguments.
I'll let the others come in now.
And I do not in the only it's still every time I think about the whole thing, it boils down to the same thing because you guys keep comparing him to Pep and Klopp and Arteta. These managers that you compare him with,
our clubs should be compared to those clubs.
That's fine. You can compare all you want.
We should be having a manager on par.
You can say what you want to say. You can say what you want to say. But each of these
should we not compete?
Come on,
should we not compete with Liverpool and City?
Wait, let me finish though. Each and every manager in these other clubs were given the time.
Okay,
so I right just real quick. Well, Benz, hold up, Benz. Let me ask them a quick question. I remember you mentioned that he's been a little bit too aggressive in the implementation of his style, and this is part of the reason why it may be causing some injuries, right? Okay, just playing devil's advocate here. Wouldn't it then be a good idea to give this individual more time?
Thank you.
To implement his
Thank you. Now let's see about that.
Okay, come on. Yeah, let's
He's got the popcorn out now.
Thank you.
Listen to this. Popcorn out.
I mean, I'm trying to see it from different viewpoints, man. But
then do it then.
The same
point. Just open up. We're having a debate. Let's open up.
Yes,
open up about it.
I'm open.
Hold up.
But you've got the single viewpoint. You've only got a single viewpoint.
No, I don't.
Fellas.
I did agree with some stuff that Richard said.
Fellas.
I agree with some stuff that he said, but I'm still gonna have my own
opinion. Let Joe. What
please,
are you saying?
Please, let's just give an opportunity for Kay to say hello. Welcome,
Kay, go
Kay,
ahead,
to the
man.
pod. Kay, welcome. You came in
Welcome.
red
Yeah,
hot.
got
Right?
lively.
Yes. You just have that effect on
We're sitting in
podcasts
some
like
red
this.
seats here. Look, well, I am anyway.
I was expecting to see the gloves are off.
I'm in the press box.
So
man.
I just wanted to make sure Vince. I just want to make sure Vim clarified. Like, would you say that yes, he is trying to implement it too fast and he needs time, or are
I
you
think
saying
he's tried to get to the finish line too quickly. I know he wants to challenge Pep, and I know he wants to challenge Klopp, but as I said earlier, we've become unhinged in the second season. We should have moved on from last season, and if we had moved on and gone in the right direction, I would say yes, Ten Hag in. But I think he's gone so far back that it's almost like the plan is just broken down.
He's not even had how many transfer windows? Just two.
But he spent 400. He spent 400 million.
And all of a sudden, was
400 million.
he the one cutting the check?
Why don't we let others come in?
Yes,
Was he
yes.
the
We're
one
just going to
cutting the
go
check?
at it all the time. Let's go. Let others come in.
No, because I'm gonna what you're saying doesn't make sense. In my opinion,
it makes sense. It doesn't make sense to you, though.
That's why.
It doesn't make sense to you. He
I-
spent
I'm
400 million.
I'm gonna speak out, man. That's me. It doesn't make sense to me.
Okay. I have to go ahead and mute you guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna bring Kay in real quick. Kay, we were just talking about what it would take for Ten Hag to earn another year, right? Considering well, it didn't seem like it was redeemable with Vim because Vim went the route where he felt like Ten Hag's effect in the locker room is gone past the point of no return, basically. And Richard said the performances on the pitch and what he has seen on the pitch has not been good enough. But he did point out some matrices that he felt if they were better, it's a possibility. Things like our style of football, our aggressiveness, our goal differential, and am I missing anything?
FA Cup and Champions League.
So if he's able to make those changes and we start seeing not just a spark, but maybe we start seeing some smoke, right? In those four places: style of play, aggressiveness, goal differential, and a trophy. Because Champions League, FA Cup, Champions League is out of our hands. Would you say if he executed on those in the next few months, would he have earned another season at Manchester United?
Yeah, that's the remit to get top four and title challenge. So yeah, he did. Although I don't think it's going to happen, he would deserve to stay.
And you would back him. You would back that decision.
If the style of football, I've always said the football's rubbish. At least if we're playing good football and we lose, I can take that. But the football's terrible. The football is terrible. Like it's worse. I don't even think Moyes was this bad some of the football games. At least Moyes tried to play attacking football. Now the football is atrocious. And it's just players don't know what they're doing. Players don't know what they're doing. Like when people were saying Ollie's done better, that like football wise, you can see what Ollie was trying to do. I know he didn't win a trophy, but at least we scored goals. We're struggling to score goals. That's disgraceful for a team like Man United.
Richard, I think you're muted.
Richard, you're muted.
Yeah,
no, we still can't hear you.
Yeah, we still can't hear you.
It's audio.
You're not muted, but it's like your mic is not connected.
Yeah.
Yeah, still can't hear you.
Yeah, we still can't
Joe,
hear you.
did you accidentally disconnect his mic?
No, I only disconnected you and Ben's.
Go to someone else while he fixes that.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So, okay, let me ask you a question. When was the last time United scored 5 goals under Ten Hag?
Oh, Lord.
I don't think we scored 5 under Ten Hag.
Never.
That's what I'm saying. Only even it scored 4 and plus, exactly.
Never scored 5 goals under Ten Hag. Never. Yeah. So I agree with what you're saying. The style of football is atrocious. We need. This is an Ajax coach that we brought in to play dynamic, attractive football, but he's playing football like we're some Sunday league team, and it's not acceptable for a club like United. I'm sorry.
I heard a stat today. They were saying, where do you think Hoyland is in terms of rank, like a number in terms of shots of all the strikers in the Premier League?
Very low.
Rasmus.
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah, Rasmus.
He's very
So
low.
say every team has 2 strikers. What number where would you put him?
18th.
30th.
Huh?
Yeah, terrible. Yeah.
30th.
Out of 40 strikers, he's 30th.
Yeah, well, most teams play with 1 striker, but 30,
My
30
God.
is low, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's
That's because he's not getting the service because
That's
the
damning.
players are not crossing the ball in.
style of play. Yeah,
Mm.
there we go.
Well, it's guys. Wait a minute. There is no style of play that is telling Marcus Rashford to not cross the ball and square the ball instead of try to go through two.
But
three
Joe,
different
how many
defenders.
chances do we create in a game average against teams
XG,
with...
Let me ask you a
XG
question.
That I will say.
is
That I
zero
will say.
digits.
Were we
That I
creating a
will
lot of
say.
chances? Were we creating a lot of chances on the Ole?
Ollie scored goals.
No, it's a
Let's
question.
call on those.
It's a question.
For the first 17
did.
games,
We
we
I'm not
created a
talking
lot of
about
chances.
goals. I'm not talking about goals. I'm talking about were we creating chances
Yeah, of course we were creating chances.
Yes, we were.
No, we weren't. No, we weren't. We
Yes,
weren't
we
creating that many
were.
chances on the Ole.
Remember Seville in the
Let
final?
me,
How
no.
many
Let
chances
me
did we
no.
create?
Let me finish. Let me finish. We weren't creating a lot of chances under Ole. We weren't creating a lot of chances under Mourinho. In fact, this is
What?
something we've not created a
Mourinho
lot
won
of
his first
chances.
5 games 4-0. Or 4 or 5 games 4-0. You remember the
Okay.
start of the season?
Did we win 4-0 the whole time he was there?
No, but have
No.
we ever won 4-0 with
You
Ten Hag?
said the first 4 games, but when you look
Yeah,
at
but
when
for
you talk
Mourinho's
about
team
wait,
score.
wait, when you talk about statistics, you talk about 4 games, you talk about the whole season, or you talk about the whole time.
Let
Tell
me
me.
look at the goal difference under all these managers, and then I'll come back to you. You
The
finish.
last time I
Yeah,
checked,
yeah.
We're
Go
gonna,
ahead, get
the
that.
Bems,
last
we're
time
gonna
I
go on.
checked,
Bems, we're
this
gonna do
was
some
something that
research. Okay.
no, that's fine. The
I've
last
got
time
my
I
papers
checked,
ready. Okay, I'm gonna do some
the
research.
last time I checked, I remember fans always complaining about the style of play for the past how many years? And the fans always complain that we don't really create chances for our strikers. Our strikers have had a graveyard shift for years. It's not just under Eric Ten Hag. Now I know you're gonna go pull up the stats. You go see all this, all good and dooley dally, whatever thing you want to pull up. But
If you don't like the stats that we produce,
you are fans, I can guarantee you, if we go back and look at Tim's videos, you will find videos of us complaining about we not creating chances, the style of play. We're not playing good football. I'm very sure about that.
Huh? I agree. We've been complaining about this for years.
It's not. Would you also agree, Ben? Ben, do you also agree with that? That some of these things that we are seeing on the pitch is a multi-generational, multi-year, multi-managerial problem that we've had at this club.
Yeah, well, I don't think we've had good wingers for a long time.
The team we've
But
got
I would ask Anthony and Garnacho and Rashford, whoever plays on the wing, cross the ball in and practice your crossing. And I would ask the fullbacks, practice your crossing, because Dalot's improved as a crosser. Aaron Wan-Bissaka could never cross. Luke Shaw can cross, and I think as long as you've got 4 players on the width crossing the ball in, you're going to provide service. So as a coach, I would tell them, cross the ball in when you've got the chance and stop cutting back. They keep cutting back. Why do they keep cutting back?
I've got some stats. I've got some stats.
Go ahead.
So United's goals for in the first season under Mourinho. Guess how many goals you think it was?
I don't know.
Have a guess. Have a guess.
I can't guess, Kate.
We didn't create anything.
What's the question?
We didn't create anything. How many goals do you think we scored in the season under Mourinho, first season?
What year? What year was this?
How many goals?
2016 and 17.
All right, this is quiz time. Quiz time.
So we conceded 29. How many do you think we scored?
Oh, 34.
We conceded the least. We conceded the least that season.
Yes, of course we
35
conceded
goals
the
scored.
Of course we
scored
conceded
54.
less.
54.
We scored 54. We finished 6th. We scored 54, conceded 29 goals.
Okay. Obviously, you're going to concede less under Mourinho because he's a park the bus manager. Yeah, he's a defensive manager.
Remember, we had Delaney.
I know, but I'm not surprised.
We didn't have Casemiro.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not looking at what we conceded.
Who did we have
under
CDM?
Mourinho is not
Who was on CDM?
Under Mourinho,
then?
that's the way we
Pereira?
play. We defended.
Herrera. It wasn't
So,
Fred.
How many?
Herrera.
Oh, yeah, it was
How many have we scored?
Fred.
How many did we score under Ole? In
I'm gonna come with the
Anyway,
stats,
look,
don't
we
worry.
should, Joe, we should move it on because we need to go and do some homework and gather some research.
Second
for
season
the
under
next time.
Mourinho.
Yeah.
Okay,
Second season under Mourinho.
yeah.
We scored 68, conceded 28. Only Man City conceded less with 27. So we're
Okay.
conceding less than 1 goal a game.
So how many
Okay.
goals? How many
Okay.
goals have we scored this season, guys?
Exactly.
How many goals we
Oh,
scored this
it's
season? About
abysmal.
10?
I mean, obviously it's abysmal.
No,
we are
it's
30.
How many goals have we conceded in the
38.
Champions League
Okay,
this
this
season?
season, let's have a look.
This season is 39.
We've scored 39,
dear.
conceded 39.
Wow,
That's why we have
a
a goal
new
difference
record.
of 0.
With all
New
these players we've
record.
got, Babs, with all the money we spent, that's a shambles.
Okay.
Okay.
How much
Real
is our
quick.
squad worth again?
Okay.
Oh,
Our
geez.
first 11?
Okay.
What's our squad worth?
Yeah.
Richard, you know this.
Okay.
And
let
how
me-
many?
let me say
and out of
something
all
real
these
quick.
managers, who has the highest win percentage?
Let me
Luton.
ask. Let me ask
No,
Ben a question.
Let's not. Now, I mean, you guys brought your stats. I'm gonna
Okay,
bring my
but
stats now.
On the Ollie,
So let's be
we
fair
scored-
here.
we scored 66, conceded 36.
Let me.
Sorry, say it again.
We scored 66. Hold on. Conceded 36 on the Ollie in his first season.
Okay. What was our stats last season under Erik ten Hag?
You tell me.
How many
Babs.
did we score?
Stats-
I mean, no, you
Okay,
the one that was talking
Last
about
season we scored
statistics.
58. We scored 58 goals in the Premier League. And
How many we
conceded
conceded?
43.
Wow, that's a lot of goals conceded.
Okay,
Okay, let me.
I'll give you an
say this.
interesting fact.
Let me-
Can I give you an
let me-
interesting fact?
Okay,
Go
go
on,
ahead.
go on,
Real
go on.
quick, and then quick question.
Yeah,
Benz,
Sky
and then we'll
Sports. I just
move
looked
on.
it up. Sky Sports in terms of squad value. So, guess which club has the biggest squad value currently
Well, what the
Manchester
players are all
United.
worth.
for
Nah, it's not
2023,
United.
2024
It'd be
season?
City.
Manchester
It'd be
So they did a
United.
ranking.
What is in
Manchester
like what
United,
each
I'll make it
player?
easy
What
for
One
each
you.
point,
player's worth?
Bems, 1 point there.
Yeah, of
Second-
course, obviously, because Erik ten
Yeah,
Hag
is it-
bought all these
No,
players.
but what
No,
is
no,
Erik
and not
Ten Hag?
Erik
bought all
had.
these players. No, he
Hold
bought all
on,
these
hold on.
players.
This is quiz
Continue
time.
him.
Quiz
Continue
time.
him.
Yeah, hold on. a
So
second.
our
Let him
squad
finish,
value-
Let him finish.
Yeah.
Our squad value is 991 million pounds.
Okay.
That we're number one.
City's isn't
And
worth
Erik
Let's
more
ten
say-
than
Hag. And Erik
Let
ten
Man
Hag takes the
City
blame
ranked
for all of that.
third. Man City ranked third with 898.
Okay.
PSG has 862. Arsenal has 720. Tottenham has 714. Liverpool
Okay.
has 664.
Okay.
And Real Madrid has 610. Surprisingly.
Okay. Okay.
Anyway, that
Out
was
of
just
all
quiz
these-
time.
Out of all these clubs,
Yeah.
who has been there the least amount of time?
What do you mean?
Which manager has been at all these clubs with all
Yeah.
these high values? Which manager has been at all these clubs the least amount of
What's
time?
his name?
Enrique's not been there
So
long.
Tottenham's
Enrique's not
manager
been there long.
No,
has
so,
just
okay,
been
so,
there
oh,
this season.
so Erik ten
and
Hag
they've-
spent 900 spent $1 billion
No,
already.
he
right?
didn't spend it. He didn't spend it. He spent 400
So then
of that.
what's your still? So why are you bringing up this stat then?
I'm just giving you some facts on squad value.
Well, okay.
what does that have to do with
but you have
Erik
to.
ten
You, come
Just
on,
saying that
Ben,
our squad
Ben,
is worth
Ben.
991 million.
Yes,
And we're
but
playing
can you
that type
say-
of football.
So what
That's
are you
all.
trying to say?
I think it's
That's
the
it.
pesos. I don't think that's
Is it pesos?
dollars or pounds.
It
I
might
think
be
it's the
dollars,
pesos.
actually. The
Then
dollars
okay.
is,
So I'm
pesos
going to
has
ask
gone
my
down.
question
Okay.
again. Out of
Yeah.
all in United's history, who has had the best winning ratio? Which managers had the best winning ratio?
Erik ten Hag.
You don't win anything for ratio, though. You don't
Okay.
get anything for
Okay.
ratio.
Okay.
That's not a trophy.
The last time I checked, Pep's first season, he didn't win a trophy. Klopp's first season, he didn't win a trophy. Should I go on?
So what are you saying?
But you
Okay.
guys
You're a
compare
bad manager.
to compare them to you're going to compare Erik ten Hag to these managers. But Erik ten Hag won a trophy last season. He went to a final, and we have the potential on getting to another final again this season. I'm not saying we're playing good. Trust me, we're playing shit football. I agree with you, Kay. I agree with everyone. Our football is trash. I hate it. But the last time I checked, right, Arsenal were playing shit football the first few seasons. When Arsenal got eighth, they were. Wait. Let me finish. Since you want to use statistics, the statistics. Mourinho, we scored this many goals. Let me pull up statistics. Arsenal, statistic wise, they got eighth twice with
And how many did they score?
Arteta.
How many did they
Statistics.
score?
No.
How many did they score
Let me
then?
know. I'm bringing my own statistics.
Well, Bems,
Arsenal.
Bems.
Wait, no. Let me finish.
Hold on,
finish.
let him
Okay,
finish.
You
Let
brought
him
your own
finish, Kate.
statistics.
Let him finish.
My
Finish.
statistics says Arsenal got 8th position with Arteta twice. But now, guess what? They're fighting for the challenging for the trophy.
Okay, Bems, have
You
you
got 30
Let me
finished
seconds.
your
finish. No,
point?
let me finish. Let me
Look,
Okay.
yeah, no,
My
Benz,
statistics
Benz, you have
states
20 seconds. You have 20
You
seconds.
got
Benz.
you got
have 20
cool.
15
My
seconds
statistics
left.
also says that Klopp. What I think Klopp finished. What was it? 8th and whichever. What did he finish?
Nah, I didn't finish 8th.
Right? Oh.
He didn't finish 8th.
He did not finish as high as Eric Ten Hag. His first season, though. I'll tell you that.
Look at this squad that he inherited.
I'll
though.
tell you that. Pep
All right,
neither.
go ahead. All right, go ahead. Kate.
Anyway, with what Bems was saying, you're comparing Eric Ten Hag to Arteta. That's only just started managing. That was his first management job. So it's chalk and cheese. You can't compare two managers.
After taking a back seat to
One's
Pep
been
for
managing
how
for
long?
years, and
After being
one's
behind the
just
best manager in the supposedly the
it
best
doesn't
manager in the
matter.
world.
How
He
many?
was behind him.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you've been behind him.
Okay.
Oh,
It
so
doesn't
that
matter.
doesn't count, huh?
Let me throw one quick question to Kate.
Oh,
Everything
man.
you've said, we clearly know how you feel about Eric Ten Hag, about where you feel like the
So does
team
a lie,
used to be. I feel you, but I noticed in the background you have another individual face to face.
Oh,
with
no.
Eric Ten Hag. Are you saying that right now
K1
you would
Southgate.
swap?
Please, K, not Southgate.
You would
What if we
swap?
could have any manager?
Hey,
if we could have
Kay
any
said-
manager
No,
between the
let's
two of them.
No, not
it's
Southgate.
between the
Kay will be
between the
okay
two
with
of them.
Southgate.
If it was
Eric
between
Ten
the two
Hag,
of them,
are you so done with Eric Ten Hag that you would bring in Southgate?
I think Ten Hag has took us as far as he can with the way he's playing.
Would
you'll
you
take
bring
Southgate?
in Southgate?
Hey, you
in
really
the
want
summer?
Over Ten Hag, I would. If those were the only two,
Oh.
if they were the only
There
two.
you go.
You
There
know
go.
why? You know why? You know why,
There it
Joe?
is. I knew
Joe,
this. You
you
said it in
know
the
why?
group.
Because he's worked with Dan Ashworth before. That's the only reason why. If he hadn't worked with Ashworth before, they've worked. You got to remember when Southgate took over,
And guess
Dan
what?
Ashworth was in
I
there
think-
helping him.
Case
That's
comparing
the only reason.
international,
No.
international
Bems,
football.
be fair.
to
K,
club
let K
football.
make his
That's the only
case. Let
Yeah,
K make his
make
case.
Make a case.
Let
Make
K make his
it,
case.
make it.
Explain
Make
yourself.
it.
Explain yourself.
Yeah,
Kate.
yeah, yeah.
If
You
it
make a
wasn't
case,
for
Case.
if it wasn't for the work that Dan Ashworth did with the England squad with Southgate and stuff like that, I would have just taken Southgate if it was just the way it was. Because Dan Ashworth's there, they've got a very good working relationship. They made a lot of changes to the under 16, 17, 18s, under 20s. That's why England have become more successful. They've putting the right people in charge. They've changed things in the background. So that's the only reason I would say.
Could you please, as an Englishman, define success for English?
I'm not saying that Southgate will take us to winning the league. He might be the one that takes us closer, and then you bring someone in after that. But I'm not saying he'll win us the league.
What would
What is
Southgate-
closer?
with the issues that you're having with Eric Ten Hag?
Yeah.
What would Southgate do differently? Like, are you seeing a style of football in the English team that you feel like you want to see at Old Trafford? Like, what is it about Southgate
you got to remember,
that would change our fortune?
International football is a slower paced game. You got players for less time. Players, it's a different game.
So
he can manage big players. I don't really hear Southgate falling out with players. I know Ben White's had an issue, but that was with the assistant Steve Holland. I've never heard.
Has he managed foreign players before?
No, I'm just saying the players that he's had. I've never seen him fall.
Okay, but I just asking. I was just asking. I didn't know. Has he managed foreign players?
No, let me try and answer your question. The last time he's managed foreign players, he got relegated.
Yeah, Middlesbrough. That was a long time ago. That was his first job as well.
Yeah, but come on, Kay, it's a risk. 15 days.
It is a risk. It is a risk.
15 years.
But Richard, they said between Southgate and Ten Hag. I'm not saying out of everyone I'd take Southgate. I'm saying if it was just those two now, I would take Southgate over Ten Hag personally.
You know how much I feel about Ten Hag, but I can't agree with you on this.
That's fine.
And funny enough, everyone is their opinion though. He has to say, and I respect Kay for that. But I know a lot of fans that would disagree. Otherwise, I mean, Richard he's clearly said he will not take. But you
got to look at the games.
I mean,
the games where they bottled it. Like you got to remember, they were close to winning the World Cup. if it weren't for penalties. Maybe his decisions to go more defensive, but he took France, like competed with France pretty well. Croatia, like he's took them further than
Okay, K, do you
than
think
expect.
you think
K,
England
let me
will
ask you-
win?
Teams.
You think I'm gonna win? Oh, sorry, go ahead, Richard.
I'm gonna read a stat. In 22 games against the top teams in the world, he's got 37% win ratio.
Yeah, I believe that.
He can't beat big teams. So imagine he was to go to English football, Premier League, right? And you was to put him against Man City, Liverpool,
But
Arsenal.
Klopp's gone though. Well, Klopp's gone now, so it's only really
will-
Pep that I'd be worried about.
Well,
Yeah,
City
yeah,
will
so
pump
good.
us 10-0.
Yeah, but
Nah.
Go ahead,
listen,
Rich.
Liverpool are not a stupid club. I think
They're not.
they'll appoint a decent guy. They've still got a very strong squad. This
Okay.
guy's
Agent, though.
Okay, quick question.
Okay, you was against Ole Gunnar Solskjaer because he has a track record with Cardiff City. This guy, I'm telling you, Southgate is worse than Solskjaer.
Yes.
I'm just saying it's a risk
Yes.
because obviously he's
I
not-
would
he's not
take
managed-
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer
Yes.
back
Yes.
Nah,
over
I wouldn't
Southgate.
take Ole Gunnar.
Yes.
Oh, I would happily take him
No.
with open arms. Hey, Ole, come
They
back,
don't
man.
respect
So-
him. They don't
We'll take
respect
one
him.
more season.
So Kay,
Yeah.
I feel like to you, it's pretty much safe to say that you believe and you agree with Mr. Ian Wright, in which he says that Southgate has the stature of a Manchester United manager. Do you feel Gareth Southgate has the stature?
I don't think there is a such thing as a stature as a Man United manager because everyone compares it to Fergie. There's no one that I could see.
That's
Maybe
the stature.
Mourinho. Mourinho's the only one that I could say
Okay.
on the sideline he had that presence because he had a personality and he had a strong opinion. No one else really has that.
And do you feel like Gareth Southgate has that presence to be a Manchester United manager?
It's hard to say.
That's your
Okay.
answer, Joe. You got your answer
How-
already.
Do you think
How
Ten
does-
Hag
what
has?
is your-
Yeah,
what does your gut tell you?
Do you think Ten Hag has? Do you think he has the
What does your
stature of a
gut
Man
tell
United
you?
manager?
What does your
I
gut
mean,
tell
he
you?
has a
think
better
Ten Hag-
stature than
No,
Southgate.
I'm saying, do you
I-
think he has the stature of a Man United, the presence?
Not many managers have that presence though.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, not many have. I mean, apart from Fergie, I don't know. Mourinho has the presence, but in a selfish way, right? That's Mourinho for you. But Fergie, just Fergie's aura was for the club and not in a selfish way. He was the boss. You see what I'm saying? It's totally different.
There was a bit of selfishness with Fergie. There was a bit of selfishness.
I mean,
when he was saying players can't
not
get paid more than him. Remember when he said that? How can a player get paid
But
more than
Fergie
the
wasn't. But
That's
Fergie wasn't
wild.
doing. Oh, I've won 3. Fergie
but-
wasn't throwing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's a different
that's
thing,
different
innit?
though. That's what I'm saying.
Fergie didn't
it's a
get
little different.
disrespected though. That's why Mourinho got disrespected by a lot. That's why I used to do the 3 like
Because
respect
no
yourself
one liked Mourinho's.
Can I jump
style
in
of
with a
play.
question?
Yeah,
Go ahead. Then.
Right. For next season, whoever the manager is, if it's Ten Hag or someone else, what should be our style of play? What does it look like? How should the team set up? What should we be doing? Should we be emulating the other teams? Is there a specific style you guys have in mind as to how we should play football?
I'll put it this way. I can see what Eric Ten Hag wants to do.
What does he want to do?
Eric Ten Hag definitely for sure wants to play a high line. He wants to play a high line. He wants his center backs to push up. That is for sure. He's not able to do that yet because he doesn't have he can only do it with Varane and Varane and Martinez. But Martinez is injured, and if you're playing with Maguire, you have to step back. If you're
Well,
playing with
other teams have done
Lindelof,
that, Ben.
you have to step
Yeah,
back.
step
No,
back.
but most of the teams in the top 4, top 5, how do they play? They play with high line, right? Most of them teams do that. You know what I'm saying? And then when you saw when we had our fit players back, when Martinez was back, when Casemiro was in the team, there was a game or two where we had like almost a full strength team. Now, I'm not saying we were playing lights out Liverpool or pet football, but what I think Eric Ten Hag wants to do, he doesn't want to play like City. I'm seeing more of a similar. I think he wants to play a little bit similar to Klopp. He wants to play fast fast pace, transition, pressing high. That's what I think he wants to do. I'm not saying from what I see, from what I've seen in some certain games. And if you look at the first, how many, 25, 30 minutes of the Liverpool game, you see the way we press high. You see, I mean,
That's
you
one
see the way
game,
we
then.
create chances.
That's one game.
But I'm saying the times that is what I think Ten Hag wants to do, because I've seen him doing it in a few games. He's done it in some games last season. He's done it in a couple games this season, but he's not able to do it because he doesn't have the players. So
Okay,
if
so
you ask
high
me a
line,
question,
high
he
line.
wants to play
Okay.
similar to Klopp, but
It's not
also
like
he
that
wants.
at all.
So what do you
Okay,
think?
that's
Okay,
what so what do you
what
think?
style of
He's
football do you
playing.
think?
He's playing. Get the ball forward, quick football. It's like Route One football. Get the ball to Garnacho.
No.
Rashford. It's
No,
just-
no, no.
That's
Well,
what
Forget about
Klopp
what
wants to
Ten Hag's
do.
doing. What do you want to
Yeah.
see next year? What kind of style of
I
football
want
is
to
going to
see
make
control,
make us successful next season?
control games. Move the ball quick with tempo, and get the ball forward. Like try and pass the ball forward.
Ten Hag wants to
As
control
quick as
games
you
too.
can.
That's what he wants to do.
And Richard,
He doesn't have players to do it.
let's let
Yeah,
Richard
Richard,
answer
go
the
ahead.
question and I have a follow.
I agree with Kay. We need to control games, especially in the middle of the park. We need to stop getting dominated.
I agree with that
I mean,
too.
the possession-based football is good, but it can be an extreme style of football where it can be boring at times. So I like the style that Klopp plays personally, where it's all action, fast-paced, high pressing, energetic, but again dominating. We know how to use the ball effectively. Whereas possession-based football, you can be passing it from side to side to side to side to side, and eventually you can get tired. Pep does it well, but for me, I think a good middle ground would be a style like Liverpool, where it keeps you on your feet. You're constantly engaged with the game. But we don't have the players at the moment, to sort of play that. But we need players that can actually retain possession.
Exactly. I totally agree with Richard
What
on that.
what style of football should we play to be more successful for the rest of the season? If with our current personnel, what style of football do you feel like? Which manager do you think can come into the team and with this squad change it to the point where
I think someone like a Klopp, if we're gonna,
you think Klopp can get this team playing like Liverpool by the end?
No chance.
no, but not by the end.
No chance.
After 2 seasons,
Not with these players.
After one season?
With different players, yes, but not with these players.
Go ahead, Richard.
After 2 seasons, yeah. I think he'll buy players that will actually suit that style of football as well.
Well, so how many from the starting lineup would not be here in order for Klopp to be successful in that implementation? Would we keep Rashford?
Well, Rashford's a fast player, and he's suited for transition football, so you might keep him. I wouldn't keep him. No, I wouldn't. No chance.
Okay,
would we keep Højlund?
Yes, I'll keep Højlund. Yeah, definitely.
Anthony, dead food. We already know. Would we keep Amad Diallo?
Yeah, I'd keep Ahmad. Yeah.
Garnacho.
Garnacho.
Yeah.
Okay, midfield. Would we keep Bruno?
No. For me, you all know my thoughts on Bruno. He's the first out the door. Out the door. Sorry. No
the
chance.
Scottish lad?
Nope. I won't keep him. I won't
No,
keep. I'll keep Casemiro, Mino, because Mino's good at
Uh-huh.
retaining possession.
We all agree? Wait, do we all agree on Casemiro?
I'm pretty
we all
sure.
agree on Mino.
I'm pretty sure we all agree on that.
Yeah,
I know about him though, but I think most of us would.
I'll keep Casemiro, yeah. But the other guys, yeah, they can go. Bruno, Fernandes. So my players that I would ship first, 3 players, is Bruno, because he's detrimental to the style of football that I would like our team to play, because he treats the ball like a hot potato. It's like he's got a grenade that he's ready to just get rid of quickly. Get rid of him. Rashford, yeah, I'd get rid of him as well, because he's not learning. If he's happy to play on the bench and be like an impact sub, then fine. But I don't think he is. You can get a decent amount of money for him. I'd get rid of Maguire, because you can't play high line with Maguire. Yeah.
Yep.
Those 3 really I'd get rid of without hesitating.
I actually do agree with Rich on this one.
Mason Mount?
Mason Mount, yeah, I've never wanted Mason Mount to start off with, but to be honest, we only signed him last season. But if I was the coach, I'd get rid of him. Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, Amrabat. It's not a permanent signing. He's going back.
Yeah.
Back line.
Has
Dalot.
that been confirmed? He's going back.
Yeah, he's going
I
back. He's
mean,
gonna go back.
He's
I
going
don't see
back.
how he stays. Yeah, he's gonna go back. Yeah.
Who's going
Dalot,
back?
Diego Dalot.
We're a decent player.
Probably the best player one of the best players this season.
Very
Dalot.
good this season, but we need an upgrade.
Most of us will keep him.
Yeah,
Wan-Bissaka.
I'd keep him as well. I would.
as a backup to
As a
Dalot.
squad player, yeah. He's
He's
not the
shown
best.
some things. Yeah, he's shown some things that he could.
He's like an inoffensive kind of player, if that makes sense.
Inoffensive.
He's not keeping
Did you
him
say
in the
inoffensive, offensive?
inoffensive.
Offensive.
Oh yeah,
It's not-
but he needs to be offensive, right? Going forward.
no. What I mean is, like, it's not
That's
like
a joke.
Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't need to be offensive.
Offensive as in attacking. He needs to
Yeah,
attack that goal, but he doesn't
Yeah,
whip the
doesn't do
crosses
that
in.
much, but
Defensively, he could.
Oh, are we holding
Defensively,
on?
he's good. Yeah,
yeah,
He's better. I would say he's better.
yeah.
Defensively, yeah. He
But he
can
needs
do a
to-
job defensively.
He needs to jump up and header the ball more. Try to win the ball in the air.
Yeah.
and
He's great on the
positioning-
ground. On the
I
ground,
mean,
he's brilliant.
the guy didn't play for how long, and he comes in and he performs
Yeah.
at left back.
Yeah, better than Lindelof.
Yeah,
All right. Varane.
I'd personally keep
Yeah.
him.
I'll keep him too.
We'll keep a Varane.
So it seems
Harry-
like most of us are kind of on the same page with a lot of these players that we will keep and go. Because I agree with Bruno going too in Rashford. So
Mm.
yeah, I agree
Wait,
with Bruno going.
I see what Richard was saying as far as Rashford doesn't seem to be learning. So
Mhm.
is it
Yep.
like we
Ain't
understand this is who Bruno is and he's not changing his game for nobody. So it's better
That's
to let it
Bruno.
go.
That's Bruno for you. I would keep Bruno if we have another number 10 that could play that could keep the possession. But Bruno is not going to sit behind another number 10 though, because
For
he's
sure.
a starter. So
Not with that armband.
It's not. You say
Um,
Bruno treats it like a hot potato, but he wants the ball. He wants the ball and he wants to create something, but he wants to do it quickly. So it's not as if
Yes.
he's like Rashford
which
or
is
McTominay.
which
He
is
does
kinda
doesn't
what we're
want the
asking
ball
for.
in tricky areas.
but
Yeah,
the thing,
but-
yeah,
Bruno admitted the other day that he can't keep the ball in tight spaces.
He said
yeah.
that.
Yeah, he said it. He said it. He's
Said it.
Hey,
he
at least
said
he's being
it
honest. At least he's being honest.
indirectly.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you have a player in Kobe Mano that is press resistant, and
Yeah.
you have your captain who is complete opposite. he can't keep the ball. But
Let's go with Johnny Evans. I'll keep
come on, man,
Johnny.
we all know he's got to go, man.
He's a good defender though, isn't he?
I mean,
he's good.
I mean,
Nah,
coming up,
he's good
coming up-
defender, but
Wait a
bench,
minute.
Would you okay,
Bench,
would you
yeah,
choose
yeah, of course.
Johnny
We'll see.
Evans or Maguire? One or the other.
You know what?
For the
You know
price,
what?
for the price, I'll pick Johnny.
Yeah.
But for that price, you can't beat that price, bro. Bargains. You know
How much was he?
I'm almost saying Harry Maguire.
Johnny Evans?
man.
Are you seriously?
Over
Well, we
Johnny.
know
almost saying Harry
that Southgate
Maguire.
will keep Maguire and he'll renew his contract till he's about 40 or something.
I'm almost saying Harry Maguire.
I'd keep Evans because Maguire you can at least get a decent amount of money for up front. And
Yeah.
rebuild.
Well, if
Uh,
it's financial wise, yeah, then I can understand that.
Lindelof, Victor Lindelof.
Ooh,
Bye
Oh,
bye.
these are-
Lindell,
these are players-
Lindell needs to be off.
I want us to bring us back. I want us to bring us back to what we were actually talking about. These are players that we feel that we can use in our new style of high line,
Okay.
aggressive football.
Maguire,
Lindelof.
Evans cannot. Lindelof, they cannot play high line. They cannot play high line. They can't. You cannot keep. So that's too many center backs. That's three. They don't have the pace to play high line. So you can't keep all three. You gotta let two go, and we gotta replace two, at least two with fast center backs. You can keep one. You can keep one as a just back up, just in case shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
But yeah, you need to replace at least two.
Left backs, Luke Shaw.
get rid.
He's
Injury?
getting old now, man. He's getting
No
old.
Injuries.
Luke Shaw,
Injuries, yeah.
I'll get rid of Luke Shaw.
Reliability.
Malasia.
Malacia, I haven't seen enough of the guy, man.
I think as a backup, maybe.
He's been injured.
But he's
throughout this whole
terrible.
season.
As offensively, he's like Wan-Bissaka. He's terrible.
He's not that bad. He's not
He's
that bad.
terrible.
Wan-Bissaka-
From what I've seen, he cannot cross the ball. He can't make the passes in the final third. He under pressure, he fumbles it a lot.
Yeah,
So
give him a-
he's similar to when Bissaka is good defensively. He's terrible offensively.
I guess I forgot him from last season because I've not seen him this season
What happened
at all.
to him
so-
anyway?
Injured, still injured.
Yeah, but what was it? He's been gone for so long.
They said it was a surgery that the United medical team kind of messed up, so he had to do it again.
Those dudes can't get nothing right, man. Wait, come on. Wait. Nah, don't tell me they're doing their own surgeries. They can't be doing their own
No.
surgeries.
They're not doing those surgeries. It was a
This
it
is
was no.
misdiagnosing.
It was yeah. I mean, but the medical team did not do a good job with the way they handled that Malacia injury, and also telling Eric Ten Hag that he can let Reguilon go. Malacia will be back, and he's still not back.
It's too bad K dropped off. I was
Knee
going to
injury.
then-
He's got knee injury.
I was
Isn't
going to ask him with, because we basically just drew the line as to where we want to be, and he's coming back in. There we go.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, Malacia. Is Malacia back?
Yeah, Malacia's
No, I
coming
say
in. He's
Malacia's
joining.
back.
Malacia's joining the call right now.
Let's ask him. Do you like Ten Hag?
Fuck that dude. Oh man, let's see if he comes in. What I
Hey,
was
Richie,
gonna
by the
ask-
way,
Joe, I've
happy
got to
birthday,
ask you
Richard,
that
man.
question though, man.
What?
Happy
What?
birthday,
The
Richard,
type
by
of
the way. By the
football-
way, happy belated birthday.
Oh,
Oh,
happy
yeah.
birthday.
Happy,
Yeah, like last month, but yeah.
happy,
Oh, last
yeah, you
month.
laid it.
That's
you
a
laid
whole
it
month
to
ago.
rest.
I saw him I saw the pictures on Facebook or whatever. Yeah, so nice one.
How
man.
old are you now, Richard?
Mhm.
Yeah, 4-0.
4-0, big 40.
Welcome.
Whoa, well done.
Hey, this is a safe space now. I gotta ask.
Yeah.
Are you dying the beard or nah?
Am I what?
Are you dying
Your
the beard or
beard.
nah?
Oh, no, none of that.
Oh,
You would say that, wouldn't you? You would say that.
No, I've
Yeah,
never
I'm
dyed it.
Bro, I hit
Yeah,
40
one of
and
the
it was
straight
a
head.
wrap. I hit
Yeah,
40, it just was like,
the dark hairs at the moment.
okay.
Oh, you're
okay,
lucky.
Okay. Okay, it's good that you dropped back in. I was gonna ask you, because we were pointing out all the different I don't know where you dropped off, but we were talking about we have to get rid of at least 3 of our center backs, right?
Yeah.
Because they won't be able to be involved in the kind of style of play that we want, right? Knowing that is a massive thing for the club to try to, recoup. Do you think what was your expectations like, because the back line is so important in your ability to be able to play that style of football? Would that be something that you would take with a grain of salt, whoever comes in, give the individual just a little bit of time? Because that's something that's very difficult to do.
Yeah. We need to sign a young up and coming centre back. Like regardless, we need a young up and coming one. Because the ones we've got, Lindelof's been there ages, aging. Maguire aging, not good enough. I'd keep Varane Martinez, get a young one that's got a bit of experience. So yeah, like we need a youngster coming through that can may even be like a squad stroke.
Do you think Gareth Southgate would have the balls to sell Maguire?
That's a great question. That is a great question.
You know what? It all depends on.
Not just Maguire. It's going to be
Come on,
Maguire.
Kay.
Ma-
Yeah,
it's
you
gonna
gotta
be
This is
remember-
an easy one.
it's
Come
gonna
on,
be
Kay.
Maguire,
And
remember
Rashford.
Shaw,
We all
and
know
Rashford.
we all know they
You gotta
they go to
remember,
lunch together.
This isn't international football. International football's a lot slower, and obviously Dan Ashworth's going to dictate how we play. So it all depends on how Dan Ashworth says we're going to play when it comes in.
Listen.
Oh man,
Okay.
he's gonna
Yeah.
he's gonna keep Maguire.
We are the board members, right? We have already decided, because Ineos already said that they're going to decide what style of football they want the team
Yeah.
to get, and then they're going to start buying player profiles based on that style of football. Maguire, Rashford, and Shaw, right? Those three, them boys, right, are not part of that profile. Do you feel that Southgate, if he comes in, has the strength to say, I can't do it with these guys. I'll still call them up for England, but for club, they have to go. Do
I
you feel
remember,
like
he's in England. He gets a big say at United. Sir Jim Barat, what's his name? The one up from Man City,
Barada.
Barada will have a say. So people are above him. It's not going to be at England. Southgate gets the full say in everything. That Man United, that's not going to happen from now on. There's a lot of people above him that are going to be saying, like, the sporting director will be telling you these players are not good enough. You need who to move on, because they're going to employ someone to help with negotiations in terms of selling players as well.
Yeah.
And a player that's 30-year-old, remember what Barada said? There's certain players, if they've been there for more than 2 or 3 years, and they haven't succeeded, you move them on. He was pretty explicit with that.
Oh shit! Then we should be expecting the likes of who.
But there'll be a lot of players that have been there for too long that he's going to move on. And he said that, and he wasn't even a sporting director when he wasn't even like a CEO when he said that at Man City. So
okay?
there's going to be a lot of tough decisions made.
But I heard Rashford, McTominay, and who else?
McTominay's
And Bruno are not leaving this summer. I
I
heard
heard
them three are
McTominay
not
signing a
leaving.
new deal. They're giving him a new contract.
But
I'm not
as a squad player, he's quite cheap, isn't he? Though
I'd keep him as a
at
squad
the
player,
moment,
though.
yeah,
I'd
as a
keep him
squad
as
player, he's
squad
cheap.
player.
Okay.
I mean that
Yeah.
that squad player status would be maybe once a game a month,
What's he
probably.
getting paid?
No, just to come on, like, and break games up and like kick people. That's what he does, isn't it? Run around and kick
Yeah,
people.
and the thing is that to support Rasmus, if he's going to stay on, I think they're building up some type of rapport. I mean, I would have got rid of McTominay ages ago, and with Fred,
He's-
but as a backup to Rasmus, and I think he should train as a centre forward.
By the way,
As a squad player,
No,
he's
listen,
fairly cheap to keep.
No,
I know it doesn't make sense, right? But the thing is, as like a third choice option or a backup for Rasmus, do you not think that would work? Because he can
McTominay?
score.
Remember,
He's a higher
you gotta
scorer
remember-
for our club.
McTominay cannot play. He cannot play the number 9 role though. He doesn't.
No,
No, he can't.
support
he can't.
striker.
He's more of an attacking midfielder, but
Yeah.
people don't realize that he's not defensive or box to box.
Yeah,
he's
he's
an
an
He's got
attacking
no
midfielder.
defensive ability.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's an attacking midfielder. That's what he is.
Obviously,
Yeah.
Bruno
Cam.
starts every game.
Or a false nine, perhaps.
I won't even say false 9. I
What
was saying
position does he
attack-
play on when he comes on to as a sub? What does he play as?
when he plays
Support
with
striker.
us?
Yeah.
Support
And when he
power,
comes
yes.
on and he scores, what is he playing as? What position?
He's
playing like a
playing
box to
more.
box normally.
Well, no. He's playing more of
not disciplined
as an
though.
attacking midfielder. He's not really playing that box to box much. Really, he doesn't
No,
come
but
back
he's
and
meant to
defend.
be. He's meant to
He's
be
meant,
playing box to
yeah,
box.
he's meant to be, but yeah, it doesn't come back to defend much. Really,
Hmm.
he's mostly higher up.
But that's the thing. If you want someone to score goals, you can't really be expecting them to drop back in it. The days of getting a box to box midfielder, they're pretty long gone. They don't
I
really
think
exist.
Cobby
I-
could be that box to box
I-
midfielder.
I would rather get rid of McTominay. There's plenty of midfielders I feel that can do that position, play that position a lot
And score
better
the
for
same
what
amount of
we
goals.
need. And
No,
for
but
what
Joe,
we-
I'd
for what we
probably get
need.
rid of Ericsson first, and
Yeah, for sure. Ericsson got to go.
Ericsson, Anthony, because you got to remember, because of FFP and stuff, we've got to like.
But we won't be
Pick
getting
and
rid of
choose what
Anthony.
we
You know
can
that,
do.
right? You know that we
Huh?
won't be getting rid of Anthony this
He'll get loaned
summer.
out.
Well,
He'll get
Yeah,
loaned
he's
out.
gonna get loaned out. Yeah, we won't be able to
I was
sell
going to
him.
loan him. Oh.
Yeah, and we will pay his wages too when we loan
Oh,
him out.
we actually forgot about he that should not be mentioned.
Sancho.
Mr. Sancho, yes.
Well, Sancho said
Can
that
Sancho
he
be
doesn't want to
used?
come back
Oh, he can
while
kick
Ten Hag's
rocks.
in charge.
He can
Yeah,
kick rocks.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
You must have
He
seen
can-
that, right?
He can kick
Yeah,
I
rocks.
know
right.
Richard's seen that.
I've
He can
seen it.
kick rocks.
Richard,
Yeah.
should he kick rocks or do you not blame him?
this is a tough one. I'm a big Sancho fan. I think it's
Right.
going to be controversial, but I think he's our most talented wide player. He's our most talented wide player. I saw him in the Champions League the other day.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, he got man of the match. I was like, this
man,
is the
yo, come on.
So the
I
question
baller.
is, why didn't
Yeah,
he do
baller.
that at United? Why didn't he do what he did in the Champions
Because
League? Why didn't he
we
do
don't
that
play that
United?
football. We don't play
No,
that football.
Because
fair.
Ten
No.
Hag didn't like him eating cake.
He didn't get enough games.
He couldn't do it on the Ole. He couldn't do it on the Ten Hag
Didn't
either.
get one of
He
games.
didn't get a run of games. He never got a run of games. Last season he went
Listen,
never got a run of
listen.
games.
Look,
Hey,
I
want to see.
like Sancho too, but
I want to
he's
see
got
him
to
play
kick
somebody.
rocks.
I want to.
I think
want to see.
Ten Hag. Sorry, Sancho can keep the ball.
Yes, he
He
can.
can
Well,
carry,
he does
and he
lose
can
the
keep the
ball,
ball in the
he's
final
not-
third, which is what
but
we
he's not
cannot do.
physical. He's
Yeah,
not a
but he can
physical
keep the
person. He's
ball.
not. Yeah, he can.
As long as you've got players that can feed off him interplay, one touch passing, create a triangle, he can do that.
But
And I
you
think
don't have the
with-
players
with-
that will be able to play with Sancho right
Well,
now.
I think Kobe could play with him. Garnacho can play.
Yeah.
I think he can keep the ball.
Kobe and Garnacho.
That's something we cannot do.
I don't
honestly,
think Garnacho would be able to
Rasmus.
play well with Sancho, in my opinion.
Why?
Kobe can.
Kobe
Oh,
can,
Kobe
yes.
definitely, yeah.
Kobe can.
I
Kobe
think-
can
I
play
think-
with it. Martial
I've
can
never-
play with
Wait,
can play with Sancho.
When he played, he didn't really play with a proper striker. It was Weghorst that couldn't run, or Ronaldo. Now you've got someone like Rasmus that runs off. It makes
No,
space for a
it's
player
kind
like
of, it's
Sancho.
kind of a shame to see because
I
I think
think
Sancho
Sancho would have played well with.
he
Sorry.
messed up. Sancho could have easily been the start of the season.
Mm.
Yes.
With Anthony out form, it's just an unfortunate thing that happened. What happened? But
Yeah.
it's- he could have. I think he would. I think this could have been his season to kick on. Personally.
Yeah. But the key thing is, right, what do you think Ineos thinks of Sancho? Because obviously they know that he's still an asset of this club.
I think he
And-
would get rid of him.
There's no
They get
way.
rid of him.
There's no way he comes back, and if they plan to keep Eric Ten Hag, it's not going to happen. So it's either Ten Hag goes and
Well,
then
depends
Sancho
on the
comes.
manager.
Yeah, it depends on the manager. And if Eric Ten Hag stays, which I think he will, I'm hoping Sancho is.
Yeah, he's
I
gone.
love Sancho. I was one of his biggest fans before we got him. I was
Dortmund,
excited to
he
see
was
him coming.
crazy.
I like the guy.
He was a different gravy.
The guy is a baller. He's a like I love play like I would take Sancho anytime, any day over Rashford. You can tell him. You can tell me. I love Sancho, the player. The guy can ball, but yeah, the attitude I just don't like, man.
Shame.
So what about if Sancho returned and Greenwood was on the other side?
Oh,
How would that work?
This is like the moral Olympics.
we're in the multiverse now. Like,
Yeah,
we
are.
This kid's not coming back. He's not coming back. He's not
Might as
coming
well.
back.
They'll
He's
keep
not,
one or the other.
not coming back. You reckon?
Greenwood
Greenwood's not coming back. No
He's
chance.
not gonna come back. He's not gonna come back.
P-
I don't
for
see how it
PR,
goes.
they have to get rid of him. For PR.
Yeah.
For PR.
Yeah, you can't bring him back.
But that
too
for that
much.
to be during Ineos's first summer transfer window. What? Are you serious?
Don't get rid of
You have to get
Look,
rid of
we
him.
all know-
What about another loan?
No,
What about another
if-
loan
if-
and then
listen,
They'll be
if
up, bro.
they
clean up his
don't have
image?
If they don't
You
have it,
The thing is,
Regardless.
he has a good value now this summer. You have to sell him this
Yeah,
summer
you have
because
to
he's
sell him.
performed well at Getafe. You gotta
Yeah.
cash in now.
it-
Did you
Even
hear
heard
that
Green was
he
not happy with United?
Huh?
Huh?
I've heard Green was not even happy with United with the way they treated him. You know when they were and ahhing about keeping him.
bro,
Right.
He-
man,
he-
we're
he-
we're
he
like
can
the
kick
way you
rocks.
treat your missus. Get out
Yeah,
of
Yeah,
here.
kick
yeah,
rocks,
but that's
man.
what I'm just
are
saying,
you
like,
are
he
you
doesn't wanna come
aware?
back.
Are you aware
Doesn't
that
want to
Greenwood liquidated his company that manages his image rights?
Oh, that's fine. You can kick rocks.
Yo, Vim, how you be
I
knowing
don't know
these
that.
little fucking like Vim?
Hey?
Yo,
Greenwood,
Vim be getting
it-
the CIA reports and shit.
Like,
yeah. I
Green-
subscribe to
Greenwood-
CIA reports, but he sold it. He liquidated a company that manages image rights because he feels his image is completely tarnished and it will never recover. And from that alone, that sale alone, he made 5
that-
million upwards. or
That guy's
thereabouts.
dumb.
But
After
he
we
thinks
heard
his
the audio-
image. Yeah,
we heard the audio. and
he made a
still-
mistake.
The
you
image
know,
is
they
is the
call it-
audio.
In France, they call it a crime of passion, but it would potentially would have gone that way.
Yeah.
But it was heat of the moment, and he was immature, and he didn't handle
guys
it
are-
well.
You guys ever wear phrasing
Vim,
things?
Yeah.
you
Passion.
don't
Correct.
normally come back from stuff like that, man.
No, you don't.
Not
You
this
don't.
day,
But I'm just saying. I'm just trying to help. He's a young mind and is immature, and he did not think about the consequences. And it was, yes, he potentially could be an abuser of women, or maybe he's had some issues at the time that were causing him immense amount of stress. Maybe she was causing him stress, but he believes his image will never recover.
That's fine.
That's why Nike and everyone else has dropped him. But as a footballer, he's trying to communicate on the pitch, saying, "Look, I'm still a great footballer. I'm going to fight for my place, and I'm going to still be a great asset." But the problem is, Man United is not willing to take that risk on him anymore, or potentially Ineos is not going to be willing to take that risk to damage or tarnish their reputation.
Could you imagine him coming back and Barada and Sir Jim and Ashworth having that on their heads? No chance.
Yep.
They don't want that on their
Spain. I think he'll go out like on Madrid. And he'll be good. He'll be good for them.
He'll be good. He'll be very good. And every weekend there'll be every weekend there'll be 2-minute compilations of his game every weekend, telling, "Oh, look, you guys should have never," and all the ones that wanted him to come back. They'll say we should have never done it, but we are a club that we're just too big for it. And like, we're talking about ourselves as the club, as fans. There's like a whole other, like the women's team. If anybody from the women's team say, "Oh, they're not really fucking with this move," they got a problem. It's just, I just feel like we're a team that's trying to get back, and United, we need to try to get back and stay off the news as much as possible. We don't need to give, because all these guys, they got their weapons out. We don't need to give them any of the ammo.
But imagine that there was a PR campaign in favor of Mason Greenwood, and he did an interview, and his girlfriend came on an interview, and they apologized and said always things got taken out of proportion. There is also that media manipulation that could take place with a positive spin. I don't think the club will take that risk, but there is that option.
That's what they were saying. The club should have done that before he even went on loan. Did the interview, did it early. But the club were umming and ahhing about it. And now it's too little too late now. And it's just more bad press around the club.
If they had done it this season straight away while the club is in turmoil, and then you have a blank slate next season, you've then dealt with that issue and you've put it to bed. They should have probably done it now.
I don't think the club handled the situation well either.
They did not. They did not.
Wait a minute. How do you handle a situation like that, bro?
He's found not guilty. He's found not guilty.
Yeah.
He's found not guilty.
In a court of law, yes.
That's because the girl. No, he wasn't found. He wasn't found not guilty. The girl.
Oh, sorry. There's insufficient evidence. There's insufficient evidence. So therefore, in the eyes of the British law, he's not guilty. There's no charge to be heard.
Yeah, technically, you're right.
So there is that positive aspect to it, that there's insufficient evidence, and the CPS will not take someone to court unless they can prove, or they have a good chance of proving someone guilty. If the evidence is not there, then they won't take it to court, and they'll say there's no further action. They call it NFA.
Yeah.
And that's what they did with Greenwood. So that's good enough to say it didn't happen the way some papers spun the report. And therefore, you could do another PR campaign to present Mason Greenwood positively.
Can we just play football?
And this is only because
there's other stuff to deal with as well as playing football, right?
Go ahead.
This
Richard.
is only because the victim she withdrew her claim. So sorry, Richard.
Has left, guys. We should just move on. Let him move on with his career. At United, it's not going to happen. We all know that the papers every single day are out to get us. So if we was to have Mason Greenwood, it'll just be another story, more distraction. We just don't need it at this stage. Let him go. Let him go. He messed up. He made a mistake. Cool. Let him go. He's not our problem anymore. Is he a good player? Of course he's a good player. We all know the talent that he is. And again, it's a shame that this happens. But the mature thing for the club to do is let him go and let him get on with his career. I don't think he'll come back to English football even. I think he'll stay abroad.
Ooh, now that's different.
100%.
He'll stay in Spain.
I don't see him come back to England either.
No way.
Really?
No way.
He's not going to come back to English football.
No way.
Huh.
The press will be on him.
Now that I did not see. I thought maybe at some point he'd be able to come in, play for
Nah,
West Ham, mid-table team, Everton.
Listen,
Somebody
the
should.
media in this country, they're
I don't see
wild.
it. I don't see it. I don't see
Cancel
it.
culture.
Yeah, the British media, they're crazy, man.
Look what
They
they did to
will.
Pogba. Pogba was dancing
Ooh.
at his brother's wedding, and they were
Yep.
trying to cancel it.
Yep. They
This
slaughtered
guy's
For
him.
dancing.
man
Yeah.
was dancing at a wedding, and they were trying to end his
Why?
career.
What's wrong with
They
dancing
s-
at a wedding?
I
He
think
got an injury.
exactly
Yo.
because he was injured at the
Wow.
time and he was
Oh, because
dancing.
he's
Oh,
injured.
They
listen,
slaughtered
the only people
they
that have
sliced him up.
the only people that have a problem with him dancing during the wedding are people that don't dance during weddings.
Or people
You would have
people
thought
that
he
can't
robbed
dance.
someone.
Yeah, they
When
can't
was
dance. Yeah, they
That's
can't.
all I'm saying. Like wedding, like I don't know how it is for y'all. For us, if I invite you to my wedding and you're
I
not
want you to
dancing,
dance.
eating my
Yeah.
food, drinking my drink, now I feel a
Mental,
little
yeah.
offended. That's the culture, man. You got to get out there, man. What you talking about? Nah,
I mean,
play violins and stuff. No.
Pogba's African, man. When we go
Yeah,
to
he has to
African
dance.
weddings, you
Yeah.
you dance like that's it is that's the
Yeah.
way. So
He does.
yeah,
He
but
doesn't
they
even
He,
drink either.
he was
So it's not
always
it's like
dancing, though,
liquor
wasn't he?
privilege. Yeah, he's always.
Did you see
oh
all
yeah, always
the
always
TikTok
yes.
videos?
Mm-hmm.
Instagram always dancing.
And he's a pretty good dancer too. With that, you could dance. So
Okay,
Pogba's my
guys. Okay, guys. In closing, I need to know anyone has any questions for the group before we close. Today we talked about Gareth Southgate and the potential of him and the rumors of him potentially replacing Eric Ten Hag. We spoke about the merits of that. We spoke about um, um, what he would be capable of doing. We talked about the kind of football we would like to see ourselves play next season. Does anyone have any closing questions?
Well, the thing is, Joe, I didn't get your take on what kind of football and setup and formation and the style of football we should have next season. I was interested to hear your take on it.
I'm kind of split because, and I won't give it like a political answer or anything because I feel like we have too many players that need to leave next season in order for us to play the style of football that we want. I feel that we should just get profiles. Obviously, high line, um, aggressive football, but we do not have the personnel for that right now. Not in any way, shape, or form. We do
But
not.
if we had all the personnel and we got rid of all the players that are toxic, what kind of football do you want to see next season?
I prefer City's style of football.
Really?
Very technical.
Total
I find
domination.
it boring
Just
sometimes.
total.
yeah,
City
I find it
wins
boring.
games.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, compared to
I
Liverpool, I prefer
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
I prefer Liverpool too.
Tottenham
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Liverpool
Spurs
are the
another one. Yeah, Spurs is good too.
City are boring to watch nowadays,
Yeah.
man.
Maybe
City got
nowadays.
Haaland. When they had Mahrez,
Yeah.
it was better. When they played like
Yes.
Mahrez. but
Okay.
like-
I will say City prior to Holland because yes, he has now become like the point man where their entire style of play is pushing towards where before you didn't know where they were coming from. They'll hit you, they'll switch the field, and just before you know it, fullbacks, boom, boom, but like it was clockwork. You already knew it. And they had a way where when the ball was on the left side, right? You already like it was like clockwork. You already see Kyle Walker cheating over there, and it's only a matter of time before Bernardo Silva sees him, chucks it over there. He overlaps with Phil. Like it was very technical. It was very drilled. It was very professional. It's clean. But yeah, it wasn't that much like pizzazz and everything. But I liked it, and I hated watching it. So,
Do you think
that's
Man United fans would enjoy watching that total domination type of football that City deploy?
Yes,
I think they would.
I think United fans will enjoy more of the club heavy metal type fast pace.
Or a mix of both.
More than I think they will like club more than Pep. I think
you got to remember the fans.
If you look at history too,
they're not going to be cheering for just passing the ball. Like they get on their feet when it's like quick, emotional.
Yeah.
Well, what if you can deploy both? What you can do, you can either you know,
I don't
press,
see.
press and press at the right times, take possession of the ball. You either do what City does, go back and start again and build up the play and slowly dominate the
I don't
games,
see.
or
I don't see
you
how
can
you
do
could
what
do both.
Liverpool does, which is win the ball up high, set traps, and then attack the goal straight away. If you're able to do both, and the team understands that style of football and knows collectively what to deploy at the right time, imagine that we could do the best of both, as in set traps, win back possession, final third, attack the goal, or win back possession and bring the ball back and create your set up the team again, as in get back into shape and then attack, which is what City does most of the time. Imagine we could do both, but a manager that knows how to communicate that style of football to his players, saying this is what we need to do, and you need to be able to recognize the patterns from the other team to then win back possession and then decide what is the best strategy to deploy.
That is asking a lot for a
It is
manager
asking
to
a lot.
do
I absolutely agree.
That's too much. That's
But that'll be next
So,
level
we need you
management,
to
right?
implement
Next level.
we need you to implement both of the best styles the planet has seen in
Yes.
years, and we want you to
That's
do
too
it. I
much.
mean, that's and we want you to do that, and at the same time get all the right players, and I mean with the depth and
Or be able to communicate that.
That's too much.
Yes,
But
yes,
but
that's-
but
Is it
funny
too
enough,
much?
Sir Jim likes Pep
That's
football
fine.
though. Just FYI, Sir Jim likes.
So
Pep
Jim likes
football.
Pep football.
Yeah,
The total domination.
he likes it because I think that he was asked the question, your best and he said City. It's like
because I think you're less injury prone too if you play City style, because
You see, City don't get injured as much.
because they control the game. People running
Exactly.
running to
They
them.
don't do as much
You know,
running.
because they don't do
Yeah,
as much running.
exactly.
So let's
They keep the
control
ball.
the game. They keep the ball. They don't get injuries, and they still work. They're still working with two freaking squads. They have a mid-table squad on their bench. You know?
I think if you want to be a more technical player, go to City. If you want to be a more
aggressive and attacking.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Then go to club.
But as a vision, I mean, imagine if a manager did exist out there that understood the ideology of both of these managers and then decided to go, 3.0 in terms of his methods, and then employ the squad that could do that. I mean, that would be your dream, right?
I mean, I think it just stays a dream because that's a pipe dream.
Yeah.
Why not?
I don't see
There's 8 billion people on Earth.
You know what? I have this question, right?
Not a lot of them can manage this club, bro.
Get rid of toxic players. We don't need toxicity anywhere, in the workplace, in football clubs, anywhere. Toxicity is a bad thing because the toxic people don't want to cooperate and harmonize within the team. So once the toxic people have been identified, remove them and bring in the right type of people with the right mentality.
Yeah, but you know that's not the way the world works.
That's not the way. But
tomorrow,
if you could, of 8 billion people,
and work with toxic people.
Right. But with 8 billion people on the planet, are you telling me we can't find 25 who are non-toxic and who do believe in what we want to achieve? 25 players of 8 billion. Maybe it's a dream. Maybe it's a dream.
I got a question. In this squad, right? In this squad, which are the players that we have? Okay, is this squad? I look at all the players we have. Which one could be implemented quicker, Pep or Klopp?
Not with this squad.
Well, I'm just saying with this squad.
Klopp.
With this squad as it is right now. Which one?
I think Klopp. You need more technical players to play Pep's style, and we don't have that. Our technical players are not there. Our technical levels are not there. So I would say Klopp. All about positioning, knowing when to go, making better decisions. Klopp can, I feel like Klopp can manage and train that or coach that into people. But Pep, no. Pep will just replace you and get the person he wants. Yeah. So, in closing, thank you for spending some time, your time with us this Sunday and our Sunday podcast. I want to appreciate Bim, the analyst, for coming in. Bem's the controversial one. Mr. Strict, Mr. Richard Jules, And the smiling one, Mr. K. Wonderful conversation today. Got a little bit heated from time to time. I had to mute a couple of folks.
It's good debate, man. It's good, lively debate.
It's good debate. It's
Yeah.
all good. At the end of the day, we all want one thing, and that is Manchester United Football Club back
Exactly.
where we belong in glory.
I hope
right?
that's what K wants. He wants Southgate.
Oh dear. That means Maguire till 40.
Hey, close it. Hey, close it. Like and subscribe. We're doing great. Share the link. Share with your friends and family. Good fun. And once again, glory.
Man United.
Cheers.
Nice one, guys.
Okay, guys.
See you guys next time.
Cheers, guys.